この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo. It is 1 week later, and we are here for one episode later of Mushoku Tensei. Last week on Mushoku Tensei, reunited with a family member who doesn't like Rudy very much and has learned some of his dastardly deeds which have come back to bite him in the butt. And then we went off happily, merrily searching for Roxy, glad that she's been reaching out to us, excited to see her, terrified that she might be getting fucked by some princeling, and discovering that we've walked directly into a rather well-executed trap, all things considered. We're literally pulling the rug out from under him as Rudy just la-di-da-di-das into his throne room, and demonstrating that real evil exists in this world. And that's real evil that Rudy should be very familiar with, because Pax, this fucking asshole who's had everything that he ever wants, and wants more and more and more, and just to take and take and take, he's really a reflection of Rudy in a whole lot of ways. We had some cool bits of foreshadowing from Hitogami that all came true. We made an interesting promise of sorts, sort of a weak promise, that we would trust Hitogami the next time he had advice for us. And then we fell for a big old trap. Now, how the fuck do we get out of this trap? I don't know. It seems like there's no way for Rudy to get himself out of the trap except to be willing to sit in the trap until something changes. But Pax seems like not a benevolent captor. Seems like a serious issue. And we have to wonder how long it will take Ruijerd and Eris to think and believe that something is actually, truly wrong. Because Eris thinks Rudy's capable of anything. Like, how could he ever get trapped? That's stupid. Nobody's gonna ever be able to fuck with Rudy. He knows everything. And Ruijerd, to some extent, trusts him too. So, do we have a way out? What is the way out? How can we get out of here? I don't know, but I'm down to find out. Let's go ahead and dive on into the comment spotlight. What I'll say is, it is 4:20 p.m. I have until about 5:10 p.m. Until my roommate will want to leave, and reasonably so. That's our scheduled time. I'm the one who's made mistakes here, and so I'm going to go through a couple of comments on the comment spotlight, but it's going to be a limited one, and I think that's okay because the last episode wasn't the most in-depth or hyper-detailed thing, and so while I'll skim through these comments and get a few back responded to you, so we've got that fun vibe of communication between us and keep doing the thing, I do want to transition toward watching the show quickly, and if I have to, I will let the show percolate and we'll do some of the discussion after I get back from the gym tonight, as we proved last week is completely possible for me to do. So, no excuses, just improve. Let me pull up the comments. Bam, there are the comments. I haven't assaulted a castle in ages, says Cello. Ruijerd was ready to storm a castle full of soldiers and who knows what else on his own at that moment right there. Yep, pretty fucking badass. He was even looking forward to it. Love this man. Love your name, Mr. Redstoner. And BE2EO, I love Eris's reaction when Rudy says that they should wait. So expressive of her disappointment. Excellent. Jacuz. In a blink and you'll miss it throwaway line, Rudius speculates that Hitogami helped him to get his Eye of Foresight specifically so that he could show him visions. In previous trips to Hitogami's world, all of the advice was purely verbal, and this was the first instance where Hitogami has shown him visions. This shows some intentionality between Hitogami's seemingly random advice, in spite of how frivolous he likes to appear. It also raises questions about why a man god can utilize something granted by a demon. Yeah, how can he tap into that? And what does it allow him to do? I don't fucking know. And people will talk about whether it's in the light novels and stuff, and I don't know. But that's an interesting take and an interesting perspective, and I just don't know. AK, that shot just as the OP begins, plus the first few notes of the OP, also gave me Legend of Korra vibes. It really feels like Republic City. It's this big, Eastern designed sort of city with like junks in the water, like junk boats, and the tiered roofs a little bit. It's just, it really tickles that something in the back of my head, and it absolutely gives me that Avatar Korra vibe. Really like a hybrid of Republic City and Ba Sing Se. Mishmash together works for me. Really works for me. Ruijerd just nonchalantly saying, I haven't assaulted a castle in ages, cracks me up every time and really puts into perspective how strong Ruijerd is. Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, up there with the great heroes as far as we can tell. You know, we've got these 7 and then Ruijerd, and that seems to be about right. And it's like, he might be able to give them a run for their money, and we don't know that. But there's sort of a feeling like maybe there should be 8 great heroes and maybe Mr. Spearboy could be one of them. He's been fighting for a few hundred years and stuff, you know. P.S. These 2 statues in the beginning remind me of the Chinese guardian lion or the Komainu in Japan. There are a lot of instances of like the merlion in Singapore, lions as guardians all over the place, and those sort of Chinese-style guardian statues throughout all sorts of cultures. Not just in China, but also in Burma. Shit. Anyway, in all sorts of ancient societies of the Asian continent and elsewhere. I don't know exactly what they're supposed to be in this case, but they definitely evoke a feel that, again, contributes to that sort of Republic City, Ba Sing Se, Avatar The Last Airbender, like, sort of vibe that I get in there. And I like it a lot. Johan. This is why Rudy is so entertaining to Hitogami. He may indeed do all the things he was told to do, but note that he did them in his own way and not in the specific order he was directed. He sent the letter before meeting Aisha, wrote to Roxy, who he thought was there instead of Lilia, who was actually there, used his own name instead of an alias, and successfully skyrocketed himself straight into a Rancor sex pit as a result. 100 oof. Perfectly put, Johan. Loving how MT skillfully and masterfully avoids Taunicus genericus, and every locale, every city, every nation has its own distinct and unique look, flavor, and design. God, right? Oh, jeez. How many isekais do you... Oh, let's do this. Okay. New tab. Isekai City. Oh, there it is. Well, there you go. Which show's that one from? I don't know. Which show's that one from? I don't know. What show is this one from? I don't know. I don't know. What's that one? I don't know. What's this one? I don't know. What about this one? Do you know where that one is? Do you know what show that is? I can't tell. Oh, hey, there you go. They're all just pointing at each other. Oh, you can't see the side. It doesn't really matter. What you can see is that they're all the same. They're all the fucking same. It's a circle-walled city with a river running through it and some town stuff and a thing in the center. And I mean, yeah, it's possible. There are towns that are built like circle-y cities. But come on, guys. Not every city has to look like that. And Mushoku Tensei knows it. And so that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. Things being generic or following tropes, not the worst thing in the world. Things being consistently unique and representing different locales and locations and environments and peoples and populaces as different. You know, it's literally different going into a tavern in the demon world versus a tavern in Melia. Is it Melia? The Kingdom of Holiness, right? Totally different experience versus where we are now. Totally different experience every time. And that's excellent. Really good. Aisha's misunderstanding of the significance of Roxy's panties leads her to leads her to deny the teachings of Mother Lilia, first acolyte and keeper of the holy relic. Amen. What would it be? It would be like panties on head as the logo. It would be like a touch yourself in a triangle. Yeah. Branding her brother forever with the epithet hentai, tai. Yep. Really, Lilia has been arming little Aisha with all the most dangerous tools in a manipulator's arsenal. She is super clever. And no, Eris is clearly taking no ranks in deception. Yeah, Eris is full min-maxed, no charisma. I mean, she has base charisma, but, like, does not have proficiency in deception or persuasion, just is who she is. Or insight, as far as I can tell, you know? Yeah. Arizona anime fan, I find Pax to be an interesting mirror into Rudy. As kids, they were the same person. Pax was a bit more obnoxious, probably due to the fact that Rudy had already decided to change and was actively making an effort to do so. But Pax's behavior toward Roxy herself said in her letters, was basically the same as the harassment Rudy put on her. Pax is a mirror into who Rudy would have become in this world, with his power backing him, had he not grown as a person since his reincarnation. Yeah. Yeah. And had he not had, well, if he had had everything given to him, because Rudy didn't have everything given to him. He had a nice childhood, but he wasn't growing up as a kinglet, as a princeling, you know? That's pretty different. Nick Murr, funny thing about the rice, he's disappointed because he finally found rice, but it's not quite the rice he's used to, and he gets the so close but not there feeling. That makes a lot of sense to me. Vartik, Rudy saying, I never saw this coming, while a close-up of his face, including his demon eye, which can literally see the future. ironic. Yeah, of course, you can only see a couple seconds into the future, but still, it's very funny. I like that you showed your notes this time. Yeah, can I get more insights on the notes cam? I didn't actively ask about it. It's difficult to get the camera to focus on them. I may or may not film them this time. In fact, I think I won't, just because of the setup. BTW, will you start to upload Mushoku on Friday, or it's just today? Just that day. It just took a long time to edit that long-ass video, you know, and it was weird and different. And I also recorded it at night, and so I didn't have time to upload it that day or render it or edit it that day, and it took me some more time, and it stacked up with other things that I had to do. And when you fall behind on something like that, it falls behind on everything. For example, right now, this week, I've got 2 videos that I want to edit, render, and upload for special things. One of them is I, while not sober, watched through a number of episodes of High School of the Dead and talked about Tetsuro Araki's directing style and the flow of the show and the way that it utilizes fan service for a purpose and also just to be sexy. And my feeling about that whole sort of horror cinema development of a director and where it ends up going for Tetsuro Araki as he's become a pretty solid mainstay in the anime industry. By the way, if you don't know, Tetsuro Araki is the chief director of all of the seasons of Attack on Titan. So, and is one of the people leading the forefront when it comes to really directing both a 3D side of an animation studio and a 2D side of an animation studio and somehow making them mesh. It started, as far as I know, as far as I'm aware, in the stuff that he was doing on High School of the Dead, and has just continued to ramp up since there on these really high power, also Death Note. High power, high action, lots of darkness, sort of gothic-y vibes, blood, gore, darkness, guts, buildings, confined spaces, cathedral-esque sort of feelings. So I recorded that video, and I still haven't edited all of it. It just takes, there's a lot of video to record. It's like 5 episodes at once. It's like a 5-hour-long video that I have to cut out a bunch of pieces of. And then the other day, my roommate and I sat him down right over there, or there, actually, and we watched the first episode of Samurai Champloo together, which he had never seen. And so showing that to him, talking through all the aspects of it that I love so very dearly, because Samurai Champloo is one of the shows that's most near and dear to my heart, and genuinely just having a really good time with a friend watching the thing. And that's a totally different experience than one that has ever been on my channel. So I'm working on editing that through and rendering it. In fact, it's rendered. I just need to get it uploaded to the proper places in order to get it out to you and not get copyright whomped. Those things are stacked up, and the work that I've been doing on them has contributed to me being late today. And it's just fucking rough. It's just rough. It's just rough. When you have things to do, it's way better to do them when you need to do them than it is to let them go, because then you have other things that you need to do, and now the things that you've already procrastinated on or left behind or haven't done because there wasn't time, because you misallocated your resources, now those come up and bite you, because, well, you now have 2 things to do and 1 amount of time, and it's just boned. It's just fucked. Anyway, working on those and working on getting those up. Let me know if you liked the notes cam better. Maybe I will record it today. I don't know. Ngak notices something that I didn't notice. I love that you can faintly hear Rudy's step sounds turn into exactly what stepping onto a hole covered by a wood plank covered by carpet would sound like. I didn't catch that because I wasn't looking for it, but that's fantastic. A couple of people gave good examples of stories where somebody gets thrown into a pit and has to escape. The best one that I saw was Old Boy, the Korean movie and the manga. Fantastic. Great example. A great example of that exact kind of thing. And one of my favorites as well. Don't randomly ban me, commenting due to your request for more comments. Yes, more comments. More comments. They really help in a lot of ways, both with me and enjoying my time spent talking to you, as well as with the actual algorithm itself and the way that ends up working. Really good. From these last few episodes on relationships with fathers, as well as your commentary on the subject, got me to finally think, like actually think, about the relationship with my father and what I wanted from my first meeting with him in almost 4 years. I realized I needed to let him know I wanted a more active relationship too, and that we had things we needed to do as a family together. On that subject, I have good news. I had that meeting with him and his new wife, told him my ideas and that they were important, that it wasn't about blaming him or blaming myself, just keeping it as simple as possible. It went awesome. My anxiety has been off the charts before meeting him, but like Roxy last episode, I realized it wasn't just me who wanted to talk and reconnect. So for helping me to realize what I had to do, and all you do, thank you, T. You are absolutely fucking welcome. And thank you for sharing your anecdote, because I'm going to take that as a little blade to put into my toolkit for my own revelations and reconciliations that I'm going to have to undergo with my own father. So I appreciate your insight, and I appreciate that you had the courage to go and do it, and I'm so very glad that it went well for you. I hope you have a continued loving relationship, or at least a relationship with that man who contributed to your existence. And I think it's really important that you mended that bond, because you never have another one like it, and letting it go is a real damn shame. So good job, and I'm glad. Leonardo, I really liked the gym story with the guy who said that encouragement didn't work, and you were like, well, then you won't do it. Yeah, that's something that I do with people. If I know that works for them, I'll do that, and usually it ends up working. One of my roommates works well with encouragement, and one of my other roommates works fine with encouragement. But man, if he's lifting something heavy and he doesn't think he can do it, having somebody else tell him he can't do it is exactly the fucking fuel that he needs to just be like, you fucking said what? It's like, oh, that was the goal. we did it. And then he gets into that mode. He comes out. He's like, oh, yeah, I showed you. And I'm like, yes, this was what I wanted. He's like, oh, right, you were doing the thing. Good. It's perfect. It's great. People saying 22 and 23 together. We'll see. I think we'll leave off with this one as the last one. OJ, who's been, I hope you've been writing that video essay. I hope it's going well. That Calvin Coolidge quote is the fucking truth. I've had this line of thought lately surrounding the same topic. The common slogan goes, hard work beats talent, but another common variation is, hard work beats talent until talent works hard, which is not false either. However, I see it being used from my subjective opinion as a cop-out for people to give up on their dreams. Yup, because talent is too tall a hurdle, and competing against geniuses is a foregone conclusion. Yet what do we see in reality? Unsuccessful talents, unrewarded geniuses, and educated derelicts aplenty. Yep. So the veil falls and the facade fails, because no, it is not talent or genius or education who wins, but persistence. And so many people just let their talents go to waste. So you don't need it. You don't need affinity or talent. You just need perseverance and willingness. And real understanding that, man, it's gonna hurt. It can really hurt to come up against an obstacle and to recognize that you are not capable of overcoming it. It can really hurt. But that's only pain. It's just pain. And you can deal with pain. In the end, hard work always wins, because no one can truly succeed without it. Yep. Thus, even if you can't reach the very tippity top of that mountain, you sure as hell can go a lot further than you think you can. Press on. Hey, when it comes to reaching the very tippity top of that mountain, makes me think of Wim Hof, social media known as the Iceman. I mean, you look at Wim Hof, who climbed 7,400 meters on Mount Everest in 2007. Wearing nothing but shorts and shoes, shorts and sandals. On Mount fucking Everest. He didn't make it to the top, but he made it a damn sight further than anybody else in just shorts and sandals fucking ever made it, and that's pretty absurd. And I think he's tried it a couple of times, and that's dedication, you know? So this, I said, makes me want to recommend you look up David Goggins on any social media, because he's got that perseverance thing down pat. And I'm currently reading his book, Can't Hurt Me. I just got through the part where he details the horrifying abuse that he suffered at the hands of his biological father, then the great hope and joy that he experienced upon meeting a stepfather who was capable and being with him for a short time until that guy was shot and killed for reasons unknown. David Goggins has been through some shit, and he's learned that by throwing yourself at the pain, saying, you can't fucking stop me, I stay hard, motherfucker, that you can overcome almost anything. And I love it. I love it to pieces. I've been on my own journey of pushing boundaries and climbing mountains this past week. If you want to know about it, you can go watch the Cyberpunk Edgerunners video. The first hour of it is a discussion of where I was at and what I did over the course of the week. And before you watch that, I'll say that there are some things in that video that some people have been judging quite harshly. And I want to be clear, You would have no idea that I had done any of it if I didn't tell you. Anyway, that's sort of neither here nor there, but you can go and find my explanation of where I've been and what mountains I've climbed and what boundaries I've pushed and what cliffs I've leapt off of over the past week. And I've leapt off of them and climbed them and jumped over them, and I sit here whole and capable and as good as I've ever been, if not better. So you sure as hell can go a whole lot further than you think. Press on. The next step, always the next step, Dalinar. Yeah. Yeah. Just keep running, kid. Yeah. Yeah. That way. Always that way. And I said that would be the last one, so that's going to be the last one. Give me a sec to get all set up for the actual episode. We're going to watch it, and then I'm going to probably have to go immediately. But I want to watch it. I want to watch it now. I don't make my roommate wait. I don't think he'll mind too much. In fact, let me just do this. I'm going to message him. Okay, we are back. I just texted my roommate letting him know that I'll be a few extra minutes at least before we can go to the gym, because I want enough time to get this done properly. Here we are for episode 20 of Mushoku Tensei. Let's go ahead and give it a watch. 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description. No notes cam for today. I just don't want to set it up and deal with it. In fact, I want it fully out of the way. Yeah. Okay. 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description. Timer on YouTube. Beep beep timer to count you down. Here we go. Oh yeah, support the channel on Patreon. Ah, this is the moment, huh? Whoa. Yeah, I don't know about that. Wow, we finally get to see the real scale of everything. Oh, that's coming up really fast. Like a nuclear. Are we gonna be Lilia focused? He holds onto her tight. Mother's instincts. Where did you end up? Teleported underwater? Wow. So we are showing it from Lilia's perspective. And we're gonna bring it all around from there? Awesome. Awesome. Hi, Aisha. Yeah, you better make sure that there's no water in that baby. Indeed. Oh. Woof. Similar, a reflection of Paul's own journey. Stumbling, yeah. Made it to the city. Man, God works in mysterious ways. Not that Hitogami, I think, was responsible for this, but I don't know. Oh, Lord. Hello, Jinja York. Ayashina. Oh, fucking hell. Bait, right? And they're just in desperate need, so it does. Yep. Wait a sec, what? I thought we were friends. Nah. Oh, aren't you pretty? I could use you. Fucking Pax. Oh, just a little bit. Okay. So that's all we need. Hey, cucarachas. Konnichiwa. You might be wondering how I got in this situation. Oh, free. It's a reflection of the previous free apartment. Really, truly free. It's excellent. Do you like this or the hanging cage better? Very reassuring. Very, very reassuring. This is a cool scene. I actually really like the little ripple effect that they're doing there. Eh? Ruiskete. Okay, it took me a minute. Who dis? This is an adult human. So. Oh, I see. Yes, I see the relationship. You're like a taller version of the ass boy. I made it. Why, does he care? Does he like it? Is he obsessed with fate? Is he a fucking nerd? Is he a fucking nerd? Tell me he's an otaku. Come on, tell me that all of the members of this family are fucking weebs. Yep, he wants more figurines. Holy shit, he's an otaku. No, you idiot, you should just tell the truth. He'll let you go. He's the third prince. So, yeah, just deflated. He was gonna give him all that money, too. I'll bet it's money. It's not money? What is it? Oh. It's the same artist. Yeah. It's the greatest work of art we've ever seen. Yes, some resemblance. Just identical. Oh yeah, not anymore. Soda. Oh. What is what matters? The art, the perfection. It's fully 3D printed. Ah. Dynamic. 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 This is a great CG model as well. A faint eroticism. Yeah. What? 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 Well, flat is justice, so. Oh, so. Oh. Holy relics that they are. Ah, two versions. Oh. Truly a brilliant piece of art. Ah, the stupid dwarves. Oh, he's just getting praised for his art. Oh. Yeah, but how are you gonna use it to get the fuck out of here? You just gonna tell him that you lied? Huh? How do you know about that? You fool, you didn't get it. You didn't get it. That's what makes it perfect, is the imperfection. How could you? You've missed the whole point. The gravitas, the power of the situation. Oh no, what have I done? Boko no. I am a fool, truly. You messed up, dog. Yes, but I can't do it in here because the magic. Every day. We're using the freaky music. How about you just get me out of here, dude? For them. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Yep, the barrier. Exactly. Yep. Call me K. Call me K. Absolutely. amazing. Spectacular. Oh, hey, buddy. How you liking your job? Ah. Ominous. Oh. They need help? For what? Whoa, Eris. Okay, I really expected she would be like, there's no way. Nope, there it is. Yeah. They're being threatened, right, because that's the thing. That's the reason that they... Oh, dang it, not again. Setsume Shiro. You better tell me what the fuck is going on. Yep, that's why they're forced to work for him. But they have to do what Pac says in the meantime. Right, we're stuck. If we could, instead of saving them, if we could help them help themselves, that would somehow work really well. Who guards their families? Ah. Mm-hmm. Hey? Aw, need you to guard the girl. I'll go do the fucking killing. Alright, Netchan. I'm giving you the most important job. Alright. Good job. A real smile from Ruijerd, too. Not storming a castle, but saving some captives? Cool. Oh. He's about to take it off, too. Hi. Yeah, you got anybody who's more useful than you? Oh. Oh. Itoriki! Yep, one thing on his brain. I actually really like him. He's very silly. Oh? Every movement with the trails behind it. Dewa. Careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for. Eh? What are you gonna do? Yeah, what's the what? You don't have the best plans, dude. You are the third prince, but Pax has soldiers. Whoa, those are glowing. What the fuck? Fully glowing neck holders. A certain man? Miko. Blessed child. Wait, is it Pax? Oh. Oh, it's the one we were just been talking to. It's number 3. Really? Doesn't need subordinates, I suppose. Oh, no, it was somebody else. Wow, what a cool mistake. Oh, nope, that was him. Oh, okay, I'm just confused. Okay, cool. They cannot stop him. Insane. That's the spooky boy. And we know that he is just hilarious. Oh, she smiles. She wants to fight him. God damn it, Eris. You're getting in the way. Shut up, Ginger. I'll crush your head. I'll just crush your head. Yep. Yeah, we saved your families. Yeah, don't worry about it. Huh? Oh, what? Yeah, they didn't know. None of the fuck? We just let him alone with our families? Yeah, that's a lot of layers. What's it gonna be, Ginger York? Drop that blade, dude. That's right, girl. Let's go. Oh, the last... Yeah, I don't like you. Pox. I'm really getting frustrated here, buddy. Rudy's just... Fucking do it, dumbass. He's down, man. He does not care. And she doesn't either. Nobody's gonna save you, you asshole. And that's the best part about it. You beg and nobody wants to save your dumb ass. Ugh! Just a little present for you. Yeah, man, number 3, you can come with us, man. You're interesting. What was the thing with the sacred beast? It was a holy warrior or something. Yeah, it's like, wait, what? Excellent, excellent. And I guess problems resolved. I guess we did it? Do we get Lilia back? Is that where we're at? We're getting Lilia? Yep. Lilia and families. Hello, Fambalam. And some kids. Right. They figured it out, and then they... But I got locked in the dungeon. Oops. Yeah, nobody expected you to walk directly into the trap. With Zanaba, yeah. Oh. Would have been way more helpful, but it ended up playing out okay, Hitogami, and now we have to trust Hitogami a little bit. Right. Right. A bit of understanding of why people acted certain ways. Do we get to resolve the name thing? Fucking hell. Oh, God! Oh, God! Ah! Yeah. Is he coming with us? I hope he is. We could use an ultra-strong idiot who's also an otaku who worships him. Are we gonna resolve the name thing? Come on. Come on, guys. We gotta tell Aisha. Yo-sho. Hi, Lilia. What's up, Lilia? Oh. Oh. What is that? Yeah. Selfie! Very cool. What is it, though? Because it's not nothing. It might just be a trinket that she carved or manufactured or made or something, but... Whoa! Aww. You really are. Yep, you really are a pervert. And that's familiar. Yep. Even the disgusting parts of you are now just glad to have you back. Wow, wonderfully poignant. She is. Well, we add mommy to the harem, eh? little bit of something. Hey, hey. Teach my brother to not be a hentai. Marry my mom. Oh boy. Hey. I don't want to, he's a hentai. Well, that is an interesting yeah, Lilia, can I get some help? Girl. Lilia. This isn't Daisha's fault. Bonk! Oh, the badge of being a part of Dead End. The pantsu. Dead End. Up, down. Cute. Oh, very cute. Not at all, but that's okay. And fuck you, Lilia, for not helping at all. Just just listening and letting it play out. Gosh. Really subtle expression, very cool. A lot of bits of subtlety throughout this episode that I really appreciate. Huh? Oh! Fucking girl, she knew you little monster! You little monster! Yeah, how, though? Oh, she's no fool. And they did keep saying, Ru. Kainushi, you know? Very cool. Great episode. Into the ED? Oh. Okay, so Zanaba's not coming with. Oh. Oh, that's it? That's the whole epilogue? Awesome. The birth of my little sister, the maid. In order to have 2 minutes more of time to talk about this, I'm going to cut here. Instead of looking through the whole ED. I love the ED. I'm going to look at the episode title. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we know what happened last time there was one of those. We get a pretty lighthearted episode to move into Turning Point 2. What is that going to be? I don't know. I love that we get to see the whole explosion from the perspective of somebody else. We get to see how far away it is and how far it reaches. And that really, honestly, I would have liked to have seen some of that at any point earlier because it would have really cemented in my mind what had happened. But I'm okay with it. It's fine. We understood that it was far-reaching. Now we get to actually visualize it and experience it. And we experience it through Lilia's eyes, truly. And she, like a good mother, something bad is happening. She clutches at her daughter, and it's a damn good thing because both of them end up deep underwater. Up and safe, water out of her child's lungs, off to the Shirone Kingdom. And I just gotta say, this first sequence is really, really... how do I put it? Lean. It's really lean. There's no fat on it. It's just event, 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 event. That's how we got to where we are. That's all you needed. It's a little bit more lean than even Paul's journey that we saw. It's really concise, really, really straightforward, and it gets the point across exactly, and I really appreciate it for that purpose. We get to once again see the soldiers interacting with Pax. And that serves as a bit of a setup to remind us of those characters and to bring us into their situation, which is not one of joyfully serving their master, but one of being coerced. And so there is an opportunity to mess with that coercion, and that's excellent. I love that we utilize the same sort of sequence where he explains the joys of staying in this purely rent-free home. What reassuring security! Can't even do magic in here. Excellent. Really cool. I like the reveal of this character a lot. He's very imposing at first. And then we see him and we realize, oh, he's an echo of the brother. They're related. Okay. But there's no indication of his actual strength. His otakuism is an absolutely perfect depiction of Komike-style otakuism. Steve, if you're watching this, I'm talking to you, figurine-obsessed motherfuckers who will do anything for the most perfectified of figures. It's really perfect. It's really perfect. He's a pure weeb, really not a pure weeb, a pure otaku is the real archetype here, and it's done excellently into the nines. And of course, Rudy immediately recognizes that archetype. The recognition of the figure and the other one, the tying of all these pieces together, and then the three-dimensional imagery of moving around it actually works really well. If you had told me that there was going to be a 3D sequence of imagining the model of Roxy's figure, I would have thought that it would probably look like shit, and it doesn't look like amazing, you know? But it does look good enough, and it gets the entire point across really effectively all the way through. I love how we finally come to the conflict and the comprehension around the mole idea, and it's like, you misunderstood. It's like the one tile that has to be off in a giant mosaic that I forget which religion will do a giant mosaic tile piece, and then they'll make sure that they have one tile off because you can't have everything perfect. But in this case, it's showing that Roxy's vulnerability and her inability to cover all of herself demonstrates what makes it all worthwhile. I also love Rudy finally getting a bit of respect from somebody who understands his own perversions is the word that comes to mind, right? His own tendencies, right? His tendency to make a pretty pervy figure of Roxy, right? With clothes that come off and all that stuff. Pax would look at it and be like, shit, I can hot glue this thing. And if you don't know what that is, don't look it up. Just don't look it up. But if you do know what that is, you know exactly what I mean, and you know exactly what Pax would be doing with that fucking figurine. And you can imagine. But here we get a real sort of genuine admiration from somebody who actually seems to kind of have the ability to admire and the background to do so. And it really, really touches Rudy pretty effectively. Until he notices that the mole has been carved off and finds himself absolutely shocked by that. How dare you? Impossible. And then, of course, we tell him, and he and just starts to, I guess, suffocate himself. Fantastic. Please, please be my master. The scene where he actually just crawls around on all fours, yeah, here, where he crawls around the whole space, is really fun and very spidery, and I love the little foop, foop, the little speedline flares. Wow, there are portions of this 1, 2, 3, tut, tut, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, so there are 3 sections of on ones there. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Why? Because it makes him look like he's moving faster. It makes him skittery. Brr, brr, brr. Very silly and very cool. Because that's the kind of like frame ordering stuff that you have to really understand animation to do correctly. If you mess with frame ordering and frame rate too much, it ends up being weird. Okay. The soldiers have set up their own meeting, and things are already in play. The people who will save you are not yourself, not your friends, but the people you thought were your enemies. Why will they save you? And this is crucial. It's crucial, and it's a core element of writing good villainous characters, effective villainous characters in a story. When you treat your subordinates like shit, you lose loyalty. It's not effective to be an asshole. It seems like it's effective because power is power is power is power, right? but power isn't power. Coercion isn't power. Respect and admiration are power. And we see it because of the third prince of the kingdom has respect for Rudius and his art and his ability, and that respect turns into action, which turns into saving Rudius, right? Right. And it happens before the plan of everybody else even goes through. The plan is good and the plan is cool, and Ruijerd going and saving them is excellent. Eris's desperate desire to, like, I'm off, and then the convincing, you have to do this important job and I'm going to be off instead. Really excellent. But having produced a true piece of admiration in this character, what we don't know, what you never know who you're talking to, really, is sort of the idea here. He thinks, Rudius might think, well, this guy's just an idiot who will never be able to help me. But he's wrong. This guy is the strongest, physically strongest person in this fucking realm. And he will not be restrained. And if he respects you, he's going to get you out of prison, and he's going to help you. There's a lesson there. If Rudy acted like Pax, or even a little bit like him, he would dismiss this character. Fuck you. You're related to that guy I hate. You must be just stupid. You're some princeling. I don't care about your shit. But instead, he talks to him and he converses with him, and this character grows and gains respect for him, and that translates into direct action that directly impacts and affects Rudy's life in a positive manner. Lesson? Treat people with respect. Be admirable, because you never know who's going to come to you and say, man, you really helped me, let me help you. And if you do things that way, you might receive serious, legitimate, in real world returns from it. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool lesson. Wait, don't leave me. And we get a bit of the story told by Aisha. I love the way that we frame this sequence because it's unclear who we're talking about. When we do this moment, we're sort of implying visually in my mind that Pax is actually the blessed child. No, not at all. It's your boy. He's here and he doesn't give a fuck about you. So he brings you down, crushes your skull and says, hey, let him go. You better let him go. And under threat from all of them, and threat to all of them from Pax has no power over them. And now that they've cut him off at the knees, and his exploitation and evil have been cut away, and he doesn't have anything to threaten these people with, we discovered that all of the people are really just being coerced, and they don't want to be doing what Pax tells them to, and in fact, they fucking hate him and would love to see his head get crushed. Which is part of why, even after letting him down, the other prince decides to grab him by the arm and rip it right off. That's just small punishment and a little glasses push. We do get that moment where we get a real smile of glee from him as he holds up his brother. A real indication that he's willing and happy to put this evil into place and or put this evil fucker in his place. Rudy doesn't know what the fuck happened. He didn't have to plan for any of it, and everything seems to work out. Oddly, almost as though Hitogami had a hand in it. And the sun rises again. Family is made whole once more. Tears are shed. And off we go. And, of course, thrown into the sky, healed. And off we go into the wild blue yonder. This moment where Lilia gives him a real, deep, and lasting hug is quite potent. And Rudy says, you know that you're doing the thing that makes me horny, right? And she goes, I know. And not only do I know, it's just confirmation that you are who I think you are. And that's okay. You're your father's son in a lot of ways, you know, because, well, there are some things there, right? But it's pretty cute. It's more than pretty cute. It's really important. And here's why. Lilia embraces him, not because she doesn't know about his perversions, not in spite of his perversions, but in many ways because of them. Because they're a part of him and she's grown to love him for them. As a part of him, in fullness. And that's about correct. It's just about correct. She's also teaching her daughter some weird things, but she's letting these events play out effectively. Save me from his perverted clutches! But she's messing with him because she knows exactly who he is. And he gives her the bonk, gives her the forehead protector, a symbol, a badge of station in the team. And we get some really excellent expressions from her as her little face grows into a big ol' I love how it becomes the line smile into the big wide smile and the eyes light up. The little blush comes in. I think I kind of understand. And in her last moment, goodbye, big brother. Hey? Huh? And everybody realizes that little Aisha might be the smartest fucking person on the goddamn planet. Jeez. A light, fun episode that resolves the conflict that was set up in the previous one in a very effective and concise manner, while having some solid emotional resonance and a couple of significant but not overwhelming lessons as well. I really liked this episode. I thought it was very good, and I hope you've liked this discussion despite its conciseness on its own and shortness. I hope that you've enjoyed it. That's where we're going to have to leave off. I got to get crack-a-lackin' and going. Next week, Turning Point. Again. Uh-oh. Last time we had one of those, it went kind of weird. Things might go kind of weird again. Especially as we head into the last episodes of the thing. Yeah, things might get a little weird. We might start brushing shoulders with some more powerful people and experiencing some more of the broad-scale corruption and oddness of this world. Things that have been brewing in the background since, well, since the beginning and since the Mana Cataclysm. And that excites me greatly. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment in the comments. It helps more than anything that I know of. Liking the video helps too. Subscribing to the channel will help. And clicking the notification bell helps you know when the videos come out, which is useful because YouTube doesn't always push them to you. I would also ask that if you desire to, you check out the Twitch channel, which should be linked somewhere in the description, because I'm streaming daily, every morning-ish. I'm streaming daily at 10 a.m. PST. It usually ends up being later. Recently, I've been streaming talking to AI chatbots and figuring out how to train them to be weird and different, and running up against the walls of their coding, and gosh, really having an interesting time conversing with these artificial intelligences, these fledgling artificial intelligences. You can also head over to the Patreon. There will be some patron-only content going up soon, namely the High School of the Dead video, which I can't put up on YouTube because of the way that I watch the video. It's got the video in it, and I move it around. I pause it all the time, so I can't put it on YouTube, so I'll have to put it elsewhere and make it Patreon-only, as well as the Samurai Champloo video that I recorded with my roommate and, I think it's safe to say, best friend, as we watched an episode of one of my favorite shows ever and talked it through with somebody who's seen it many times and somebody who's never seen it before. Those videos will be up on the Patreon. If you want to support the channel, I have no other source of income. I am fully and completely dedicated to this and this alone. The Patreon or the Twitch channel are great ways to do that, and I would appreciate your support immensely. Thank you very much. I will see you next week for more Mushoku Tensei, for Turning Point number, I think, 2, I believe, and that should be fucking interesting. See you there. Peace.